As you can see here, I've selected the head and I am going to delete it, but no worries because I have 3 layers here. I've duplicated the layer 3 times, and on one layer I erased everything but the arm. And here's what it originally looked like. And so I'm going to go back to the layer I'm working on right now. I'm doing the puppet prep for her main body and chair. So the head's going to be on a separate layer. So on this layer I erased the head, but on another layer I still have the head. I'm going to work out her back here. So this is her back. And I'm going to erase this here. Here. You can see I'm taking the arm out now. Then I'm going to use the clone stamp tool. And if you press Alt, then you can make a selection of what you want to clone. So I'm going to just clone this general area here, pressing Alt, and then it goes back to the brush mode. And then hitting left bracket reduces the brush size. You can see the crosshairs show the source of what I'm cloning. And if you choose a new spot, I'm not doing any Leonardo da Vinci here. It's an illustration to tell a story. You know, there's a simplicity over detail is sometimes the easier way is the more eloquent way to do art. And I'm just running in here. I can smooth this out later, but the thing is I'm not trying to depict her dress perfectly, because when sometimes detail just distracts from the story anyway. So you want to simplify the illustration so that people can pay attention to the story more often. That's the clone brush. I have one of my regular brushes here, and I'm just gonna go in here and try to imitate the pattern that I had down a little bit, smooth it in. It's fun to do a simplified version of life where you leave out most of the detail. And if you look at great cinematographers, they go out of their way to take detail out, to reduce detail and clutter in a scene so that they can tell a better story. Cleaning up these lines a little bit. I've set up a function key to create a red border around my layer and I do that so that I've got the erase. When I erase, I can know if there's little fragments that otherwise I wouldn't be able to see.
Thank you for watching this tutorial. It's made so that more people can be told about an illustrated film. Episodes of the film are posted at solomation.com. New episodes are posted as they are finished. All episodes will be free, available to watch at solomation.com when the project is completed. If you like these tutorials, you can help out by telling a friend about them, and by taking a few minutes to watch the film.
Make sure to get in here and clean up those little fragments, because when I bring this image into After Effects, those fragments really do not work well. Okay, and we're going to go back to the clone tool. I'll start up here and just clone away, clone away. Redraw the back of her purse here. So I'm going to just, so you can see here I've got it basically redrawn, and when I go into final touching it up over in the layers key, let's see here, show you what I'm talking about. So basically you can see here are the layers here. So I've got arm, body, head, and by pressing Control and clicking in here, that'll select all the visible areas of the layer I'm working on. And that just means so that when I'm going back in here with a brush, I don't go over the, you see, I don't have to worry about mucking up the area that I want to remain see-through. That way I can just come in here a lot quicker and make broader brush strokes without worrying about going over. So Control D unselects it, and let's go ahead and turn that layer off and turn the final layer on, and it's the head. And we'll just get the selection tool here. I mean, it doesn't really matter because you want the head's going to go behind the body, so you want to leave part of the neck. So I selected that area, press delete, make sure, okay, yeah. So then just go in with the brush and you know, this particular drawing is really cartoony, so I'm not as worried about being anatomically correct because, you know, for one thing, her head is nearly twice as big as it normally would be. And hitting the X key reverses the palette. You know how you have the, you know, if you hit the D, it'll make it so that the brush is black and the canvas is white. You hit the X and you reverse it, so I just basically switch to white. Again, I want to see, because you can see the little red areas here, that means that I haven't done it in, you know, a solid. I want to make sure there's no see-through areas. And by now I put lines around everything because this is an illustration, and to draw is to make a picture, to illustrate is to define a visual idea. And the thing about when you're illustrating, you want everything to be definitive. You want to define it with strong lines, and that has a psychological effect on the viewer. And then you can take the smudge tool. Oops. Just kind of. There we go. That's good. Okay, and unselect, and what do we got here? So we got one beheaded lady. And, but now she's got a body. And now she's got an arm. This particular Photoshop document has 3 layers, and there's that layer, that layer, that layer. And this is for the puppet, and it's going to go into After Effects, and After Effects will automatically accept all 3 of the layers, so you don't have to import the arm separately and the body separately and the head separately. You can take this Photoshop document and it will automatically put it in, it's called a composition, and